the deposition that the RBI governor had before the parliamentary panel that's, of course, looking at demonetization. But good time then to welcome on board our guest for the evening, Dhruvesh Sanghvi, who is the founder of ProsperoTree, is joining in on the show. And just to tell our viewers, ProsperoTree is a stock advisory firm, a boutique firm that actually specializes in mid-caps. Dhruvesh, thank you so much for taking time out for us. You know, you've had a pretty steady performance since the start of your advisory business a couple of years back. How are you looking at the mid-cap space right now? You know, it did give investors an entry point maybe a month ago, but overall, would you say things are looking a tad frothy?
We have seen every year that the mid-cap, small-cap space, in spite of howsoever bullish or bearish we are, will give opportunities in the form of small corrections. The broader thing that we need to understand is that we are in a long-term India story, and there are so many small companies. In India, probably there are 5,500 listed companies, and due to this, there will be non-Sensex or non-Nifty companies. There are so many opportunities out there that if a vigilant investor is there, he will always be able to find some or the other stories, and all you need is 10 or 12 stocks to build a good portfolio.
Dhruvesh, talk to us about your strategy, the way you look at stocks selections, particularly from the mid-cap side. Are you looking for deep value and are you finding it difficult right now in this kind of a market? Or are you only looking at the growth stocks or a combination? What's the strategy you're adopting in the market to pick stocks?
Yeah, we are predominantly value investors, but the moment we say value, people confuse that we don't like growth. So it is all about finding the price versus the intrinsic value combination, and I believe that all value investors or all growth-based investors are effectively value investors. In terms of strategy, what we are looking at is we are shifting, or rather the market is forcing us to move into stocks where we find valuation comfort, because today any systematic growth-oriented company is very highly priced. Basically, growth in the bull market always gets very high premium, and if we feel that the premiums are too much mispriced, we would like to shift to companies where we find more value rather than just growth.
Dhruvesh, let's talk about, you know, a few ideas that you've advocated in the past. Geojit is one of them. What's the trigger for the performance that you're seeing there?
In this entire so-called broking space, mostly all the stocks like Motilal or IIFL or JM Financials and Geojit, most of the stocks except for Geojit hardly have any incomes coming from pure broking operations. It is only Geojit who is a pure broker, and Geojit is now shifting the entire business model from pure broking, which is very stabilized, to a distribution of financial products, predominantly mutual funds. So just a one-liner quick summary of Geojit would be that today it is having around 60 crores of profits, and the management has built an incentivized the team in such a way that they are targeting a 10,000 crore mutual fund AUM that is distributed across their clients through them, and if the plan goes well, we are talking about, let's say, 1% of that as an ongoing income, annuity based ongoing income. It could probably make 3 times its current profits or maybe 4 times its current profits. So that is the broader thesis, and I think markets have to an extent understood the strategy and given the thumbs up to the price.
Talk to us about real estate. That's your area of focus, the next one which you want to talk about. Which are the stocks you're looking at there? What kind of return expectations are we talking about? And we have seen some of the stocks already moving there. What do you like in that pocket?
So, in real estate, we have been tracking real estate space for last, let's say, 1.5 to 2 years. Within real estate, we predominantly like Mumbai-based real estate because we find Bombay to be one of the most resilient real estate market in terms of price, it being locked by sea on almost 3 sides. So, the only way Bombay can expand or Mumbai can expand is vertically, and if you have the right locations available, you can still make very large returns. Now coming, what has happened in real estate is there are certain strong winds in favor of the sector. One is the RERA returns. Now coming, what has happened in real estate is there are certain strong winds in favor of the sector. One is the RERA. So it could be short-term negative, but on a longer term, it turns out to be one of the biggest reform which will help consolidate the sector. A lot of small guys will not be able to operate, and thereby it will help the organized players in this market. Second is, if we see, when you are asking, sorry, to cut it short, broadly the regulatory framework is in place now. We are looking at Mumbai-based players, something like Maninfra, something like Suntech, which already have large portions of their inventory either in building or already built, and the market caps to the existing inventory that they hold, finished goods inventory, is very attractive even today, and we were quite fortunate to identify them during the demonetization period.
All right, Devesh, we leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking time out for us and really giving us, some investable investing ideas. Thanks a lot. Okay, let's move on. Prepare you for trades tomorrow, and amongst the big ones, you will have TCS that will